What's going on, everybody? This is Bartender 007 coming at you for Cock Magic Gaming. Today we are going to take a trip down Theros Lane. As you see, we got MTG Goldfish pulled up on the old interwebs. And we are looking at what is moving up and down already in price for the new set of Theros Beyond Death. They have already gotten prices for some of what we've already seen and went out so far. It's like with weekly changes, everything like Ox of Argonas, he is already valued at $9.99. Erebos, good looking card. He's already sitting at $12.17. Nyx Lotus over the well, hold on, that's hold on, so 14.29 because I was gonna say, what is it? Yeah, okay, yeah, that is the price. Because Nyx is sitting at 14.29. I can see that card going up a little bit more after everybody gets a hold of how I've already broken this card to make it pretty much infinite mana, and you're using it for your own mill deck. You're milling yourself out to win with Jace and Fires of Invention, or not Fires of Invention, the Forge, Mystic Forge, so that you can just spend 2 life, and then you can cast any card off the top of the pile with just using that, or even at that you can use Bull Citadel as well to just cast cards off the top of your thing, and you can use your mana pool. Excuse me. And then we get Daxos. He's already sitting at $1.02, but he is going up. All these are they've been going up this slowly over the weeks. These are the ones that have been going over down so far over the last week, since a lot of the different reveals of all these different cards online from Wizards and other web content creators that were given the privilege to show the different brand new cards. So we got Elspeth Ashiok, Storm Wraith. There's Ashiok again, as everybody likes to call him, Ashy Larry. Alright, let's see what's up here. Excuse me there. This is what I think is surprising. I'm betting these have to be the prices going out off in promo for the promo foils that you'll get with the buy a box promo. I figure for these, for the land cards at least, for sitting at $1.62, because these are coming standard in every booster pack as they are looking this way anyway. So, and then you definitely still have the availability of hitting at least a foil of these lands. So I'm figuring the foils are going to probably sit at $1.62, because I couldn't see the regular common non-foil for this sitting at least maybe at 50 cents. Then we got Storm Herald over here, sitting at $2.33. Some of the decent ones. You see the Kraken starting to go up in price. People are probably thinking about Bruce for this because for its ability, which wouldn't be too hard for the draw a card and then get yourself a new tentacle. So you're just adding to the Kraken, and then there's other cards that make this card cheaper to run as well, and its devotion costs. So yeah, this is probably going to see a good bit of standard play, because I can think of a couple different blue builds that are just fairies that draw cards, and you're just popping out tentacles and fairies. So yeah, this is just going to be problematic with tokens. And then one of our god cards, she is sitting at 1116. 10, our land card, which is not half bad. Pay 4, remove target attacking or blocking creature from combat. Our tutor card for white. Oh, this is gonna get used quite a bit, yeah, I can say. Because, yeah, I would insert this into my mono white deck just for the fact that so I could search out for one of my enchantments real quick and then pull it up and just be able to win the game as quick as possible. Yeah, that's sitting at $9.99. Phoenix of Ash, $5. Some other prices that I've gotten over here, like God card, another one, $14.99. He's dropping down a little bit in price. $12.99. Nyx, like I said, $14.29. I can see this jumping to at least a good $20, $25, $30 card. Just once it gets into people's hands and they start to figure out how strong this card is, just for the fact that it's a Lotus, and for its ability, even though it's 4, shoot, by 4, if you haven't gotten what you need that I've found on any game with Arena, if you haven't either pulled ahead or pretty much completely stopped the game at turn 4, the game is all pretty much but done and everything. Because if I've got matches you see that by turn 4, if that person ain't got nothing out there and of the right defense or anything like that, shoot, by turn 4, if they can survive by turn 4, you're guaranteed after that to just keep on dropping. And then, like I said, I definitely put this inside my I would just I already have an idea of revamping one of my decks that just pretty much is nothing but tutor up enough mana and then throw that out and have all the right key cards in place to pretty much just work this card over and over and over and over, and just pretty much you're pretty much going to draw the whole turn out to just basically taking and turning everything into just your whole entire board state's going to just come out, overload, and just either smash or end the game. Alright. And then our Ashy Larry, sitting at $13.65. Elspeth, $12.92. $15.53 for Clothis. Field of Ruin, I can see going up a bit. This right here is what they should have printed when they had Field of the Dead out, because this is what card would have actually hurt the Field of the Dead, because of the fact that if you sacrifice the rune, you destroy a non-basic land, and this right here takes Field of the Dead off the board. So with the printing of this card, it makes me feel to believe that they're gonna unban Field of the Dead. That, or they may put a restriction on it so that you can only run 1 or 2 of that particular card in your deck, for the fact that now there is somewhat of a land removal for those types of problems. Because even with this, I would still at least run one of these as well, just for the fact that if there's a player that's got something out there like the new Throne of Eldraine land cards that had those special abilities on them to be able to draw cards, scry their deck, so that they can get whatever and do all that crazy stuff, or add creatures to the board. You can get rid of that non-basic land card with this, and then kind of shut down some of their options of gameplay So this I can see going up a bit because I have a feeling with the printing of this, with the Field of the Ruin, they're gonna bring back Field of the Dead, because if you kind of see how within the nameplay, Field of Ruin, Field of the Dead, so that you can probably see that their next set after theros is gonna have probably a Field of something as well for another land card that's coming out for that next set. So that I can definitely pull conclusions from just seeing this card and the naming of it, that there is going to be another Field of land card. It's just this one right here was a cheap, easy removal for one of those field cards after they realized what they did with the Field of the Dead and everything within post production probably. Ox of Argos over here for $9.99. We already done look at him. Storm's Wrath. Haktos. Yeah, 361. He's going down a little bit, but that's what's going on with that. Let's just jump back over to see what's moving and shaking within standard because of theros. As you see, a lot of the lands for this one's going up for the fact that, like I said, some of y'all know how to break break some of these cards, and some of these cards are definitely key to some of these new things coming up. As him, he's good boost. Okay, yep. Reanimator, something is this guy here. He's annoying. He's around 313. Okay, yeah, our land is 2074 on that one. Blood Crypt out of Ravnica. 1592 Assassin's Trophy. Yeah, I can see this going up a little bit, but Liliana, yes, I can see this girl coming back a bit next standard, just for the fact that people are going to have a lot of graveyard mechanics going. So you're either going to have to go and use Gladfelder's Cage or Leyline of the Void to pretty much combat all these. So it's almost looking like this next standard you're going to have to basically main deck those particular cards to pretty much stop all these god cards that are coming that need to be exiled, or to keep things from coming back from the grave for their reanimated cost. Absorb, counter spell, you gain 3. This I can see is more or less they're gonna use somebody who's gonna use this is gonna be in more of a devotion towards blue, but have some white. So, Brazenbauer, yes, just for its abilities are great, and for the 2 blue, definitely will work well with the new meta. With the devotion. Watery Grave. What's gone down so far is Cafes. He's dropping a little bit in price. I can see him leveling out at least maybe 10, 15, just for the fact that the brawl decks are all out there and just getting out there now more and more. So we'll give it a little bit more time, because even at that, for people who want some of the key cards that are in the brawl decks that they give you, work well with Commander. Bog Stopper, Beast, and a 6-drop. Wow, $1.63. Oko, I can see him leveling out at $30 and sitting there, just for the fact that he's gonna be if you're gonna purchase him, you're only purchasing one. So, and that's just for collection, because they'll never reprint him. They're never gonna unban him. So, just having him, just to have him is about what it is. But whenever, if they do ever reprint, or well, I doubt they'll reprint, but if they ever do to unban him, you can guarantee that price is going to skyrocket right up. He's going to get up there to about Jace. I'd say about at least 100, 200 range, because of the fact that his ability to turn 3/3 Elks. I love him. Alright, we got Descent Bomb from Core 2020. Let's see. Oh, the Great Henge is going down a little bit. This is a good card, but it doesn't really help you unless it's late game, and most people are trying to figure out a way of winning the game within at least 4 or 5, at the most 6 moves. So if you, by the time some of the people that I play get this out, it's too late. Soren, he's dropping just a slight bit, but I can tell you right now he is going to skyrocket, because that very last set before rotation is where we're going to continue his storyline, for the fact that he and his little gal pal are going to have to settle themselves a little bit of a score or everything, because each other kind of did their own thing, and the Gatewatch end up doing their job. But Soren, yeah, he is definitely gonna come back with a vengeance here and everything, because I can already see he is still a good card. I can't see him dropping too much and everything, for the fact that I have lots of builds with this card, and having 4 of him in your deck is just your constant. And then just to have him as a commander card, Vampires, you're pretty much just if he gets destroyed, you're calling him out for one more, and by that time you're just pretty much beefing your own players up and just adding life. So he is a key commander card if you ever do Vampires. This one right here. Blistering Boar, what does this say? Blistering Boar can't be blocked by more than one creature. Oh yeah, this is when you just basically throw out there, pump the hell up, and say, hey, come come take a whack. What's changed so far within the week? What's going up? Cavalier of Thorns, yes, I do own a couple of you, just for the fact that you're elemental, and I have a thing for the elementals. I have an elemental deck, elemental brawl deck, elemental commander deck. I've got some crazy elementals that have been printed over time that are just tremendous. And this one right here, but the devotion coming with green, this all the Cavaliers, I can tell you right now, are definitely going to start jumping within price and everything, because like if you watch my video for all the glitters, you see that pretty much the white Cavalier is pretty much a mimic version of the 3/3 Elk Maker, but he's making 3/3 golems. And sometimes you can use, if somebody puts something on one of your cards to hold you back, you put out your Cavalier, turn that artifact that they put on, that enchantment they put on one of your creatures, turn that into a golem. You're getting it, they're not getting it because they put it on one of your creatures. You're taking that away, undoing half the crap that they did. So yeah, these Cavaliers are definitely going to go up in price. I think I can see them jumping to at least $10-12 a piece for these, just for the fact that their core set, the core sets only last a year, rather than all the sets afterwards remain for the 2 years. So core sets are going to be a little bit softer in price, depending on what they are, unless they're legendaries, and then you can use them for other means. That, and now we have Pioneer, so depending on what comes up, these may actually do very well in the next meta with Standard and Pioneer. Brazenbauer is going up, that's a given. And some of these key shock lands. Bale of Summer. I've got a foil of this one. There thing, which I can't believe that the foil of this is outrageous in price. I think it's 4.5 times the value of the main card. So it's like I'm holding on to like a $20 foil uncommon right here, which is pretty nice. Breeding pool, got a couple of these bad boys. Yes, they're going up in price. I got mine when they were around 15 a while back. Lotus Field, nice card. We got 2 of them bad boys. Yes, they're gonna go up in price for the fact that if you're dealing with mono, or if you have any creatures that are mono that have extra abilities that use other colors, this is a good key card for that, for the fact that you can then use their secondary abilities. Just like if you key this up with the buy a box promo for Throne of Eldraine for the king, you figure he's got all the mana symbols on him. It's like, okay, pick one what you want to use whenever you have the Lotus Field out, or either something that has anything choice of any mana in the mana scale there. So definitely good card. That could go up a little bit in price, but it's gonna probably, I'd say, set at probably at least 7, just because it is a core 20. So it's a year card, and it's a Lotus. Yeah, Lily can go up a bit more. She's just one of those cards that she is just really strong, and this person, if her black, is pretty much going to control you until they get this card out in the field, and then once they can overrun you with all their zombies and creature tokens, they're just going to dismay you. Woodland Mystic, what we got here? Elf Druid. Add 1. This must have came in a different set, because I haven't really seen this one in play much. I can't see this being out, being too much in play, but it does have possibilities. If you're going mono green and you just stack all these kinds of cards out there that have nothing but ramp, so that by turn 4 you're pretty much sitting on, at least if you have these and the elemental root and those other ones, you can at least have 4 on top of your 4, so have 8. And if you have a root, you can add 1 more to it once you have 4 creatures on the board. So you can even figure you can have 9, 10, 11, 12, a maximum of 12 if you were able to get all 4 out at some point, but that's impossible because the game is never going to allow you to have that many that close that much unless you really got one hell of a draw. And they were looking to think that they were screwing you, but you got lucky in the end because you built your deck around the game screwing you on mana or creatures for that matter. So you have things that search out the crap. A Johnny, yep, for the mono white life decks, they're gonna be a bitch in the next meta. I can tell that right off the bat. So yeah, I can see Johnny jumping up there to about $10 in price. He's gonna get up there with the price of Sorn, just because it's his key mechanics and life gain and the devotion is gonna help him very well. And there's a couple key cards that are just like that one practitioner dude did. As soon as you lay something on the board, you're getting life, and you're just going to be just sticking white cats out there to hit them up. Area. Okay, what is she sitting at? $1.99. Let's see which one's dropped a bit. Yeah, I can see Oko softening out at least $30. That's where he's going to sit. Because right now, I can see the majority of people that are offloading. Some of these are just basically trying to make their money back a bit, and then the ones who are actually hitting them are basically saving the one that they're getting. Field of the Dead. This is gonna, the price, once they unban this, I can see them unbanning it, but putting it within that, it's gonna have a limit to the field. I own 4 of these things. I got them and knew what to do with them way before everybody figured out how to break it. I broke it with the elemental deck, because once you're just basically having land cards constantly come out, bang, 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 you're just making token card with the Risen Reef. I broke this thing with Risen Reef, which is a lot easier card to break it with than using that dumbass let's see, what's her name? The freaking enchantment chick or anything that pulls 2 lands out. Wow, you're gonna be able to find a field of the Dead. If you're running 4 of the damn things, you should at least come across 1 or 2 of them. If you're constantly pulling land cards out with Risen Reef over and over and over and over again, why worry about taking so long to get to a, what does she cost, like 5? Why wait 5 turns to pull 2 land cards out when you should have already been able to had thrown 2 or 3 elemental creatures out there, kept on getting elemental creatures, and having it just constantly look in your deck for land card, and you're just bound to at least keep on hitting one of your Field of the Dead onto the field, and then another land card, and you're just stacking mad tokens out on the field. I broke this card day 1 with just Risen Reef. The people who made the weirdest type decks with this that I went up against with my elemental deck still couldn't figure out. It's like, why do you think I bought Legion's End, a whole ton of them cards, just for the fact that I knew those token cards were gonna be a problem, and I made sure I always had, that was a main deck card, was Legion's End. It's just, which is going to be another key card, which is kind of going up in value within standard. We'll take a look over here, Pioneer, see what we got going on for Pioneer, what's moving and up and up. Scarab Gob's moving up in price today. He's up there at $33.99. Yawgmoth, yeah. Commander. Land card, yeah. Whatever, Blood Crypt. The original. The other Liliana. Yep, the flip card. Johnny. Timeless Tracker. Yep, I can see people picking this one up just because of the new theros cards. Veraska, yeah, she's dropping down because of the fact that if my one jank deck, once I get my other 4 key cards put into it, I have one crazy messed up mass manipulation, or not mass manipulation, amass and use those Kendrith transformation elks and just use that on your tokens, and your tokens get even bigger with those things. So Yeah, and you use this to pretty much destroy what comes out and do what you need. The Return King, he may drop a little in price right now, but I can see him at least sitting at. He's gonna get to about 7, and he's gonna probably sit there for a while. Walking Ballista, yep, I've heard nothing but good things about this one. If you can ever pull that air. Bog, yeah, he's dropping the Bolus. $32.99. Yeah, we already seen about the King. Yeah, he's dropping down a little bit because more getting out there. People are actually getting a hold of this card for a lot easier. So the price, I can see this price value setting out at least 12 to 15, settling wise, because depending on how often people get to the Brawl deck, and then once they get that Brawl deck, they got this. And if they're trying to run 4 of these, then you might as well just buy them straight out instead of buying the $20 Brawl box just for this King. Which is funny whenever you actually, if you've actually bought the Mystic one, that box you paid 20, you made 40 bucks off in the box. You just with the card value inside of it. So, you know, that was back then. Now they're more available, but I wonder if the prices have changed on that. And then the God. Let's see what's going up and down for the week. Holy smokes! If you got Ugin the Spirit Dragon, he's sitting at almost about 60 bucks. He's gonna get up there. He's gone up about $2.92. Walking Ballista's jumped up there about almost $9. Let's see. Jace has dropped about $1.82. Smuggler's Copter, $1. Somebody's sitting on a shit ton of these things. Let's see, Godless Shrine. That I can see that going up. Right now, I would just I'm actually gonna sit back and wait and watch, because once this goes down a bit more, then I might pick up the rest of these and might probably pick up a few more, because I can tell you right now, by the time we get to the end of this year, for whenever we go to more of the Soren storyline, the white and black is going to come right back up this right here. So this is pretty much going to be one of those things that's going to be end of the season, just before rotation for these cards. And so yeah, that's when these ones will actually play very well. So I'd get in on it once it comes down just a slight bit more, because then they're going to definitely jump back up later on and hold at least a good $10 value for a little while for lands. But then if you figure all these lands are worthwhile for the fact that there's shock lands, even though there's reprintings. Sliver over a Hive Lord, $31. So far, a lot of these have only just dropped by $1. As you can see by what you're seeing, is just basically everybody trying to kind of undercut just by $1, maybe 50, 75, by 25-cent intervals. And then you figure a little bit of taxes and a little tax in between. So figure, give it, that's within a week's time, something losing about $1 off, while these are gaining about $1, $2, $3, $9 over a week. This thing's gone up, but plus 43%. This right here, shoo, this jumped 132. this, like I said, I could see people were picking this up for the fact of theros. So this, even though it's an uncommon, it's gonna jump to probably about a good $3, maybe $4 card, because of the set being so old and how little hard to get a hold of. Actually, I wouldn't say about 3 or 4, but I'd say it's gonna jump to at least maybe $3 for this uncommon. Let's see. I had this card at one point in time, and I had to kind of sell it off. I didn't like that 10 cost. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt, because he kind of jumped a good bit since then. When I got rid of him. But that's a little look at Pioneer. Oh, this will get me right to it. We'll jump right into this. Give it a little look at the market as it stands. It's going up, it's going down. People need to watch out. The Hydra. I'm gonna show you some crazy shit this next meta with Hydras. I almost feel like I'm gonna make a Captain America deck, just for the fact that it's gonna have like it's just gonna be a Hydra. It's Veil of Summer. Let's take a look at this. Sitting at 526. Wow, 5.6 multiplier. So what is it sitting at right now? It is sitting at $5.26. So let's see, 5 times. Wow, somebody got a $25 foil, which is nice. The foil looks sick too, though. Just the foiling of this is just outrageous. So I'm very happy that I have that. That's pretty cool. Going down here, we'll take a look at these Cavaliers, what they're doing. Gales. I'm telling you, people are sleeping on this. Because a lot of artifacts, there's going to be a lot of artifacts and enchantments in play, and if you lost it off the board, he dies, you get it back, and on top of that, you're turning half of their crap, which I love taking and changing Witch's Cauldrons and the Witch's Cauldron and that freaking Cavalcade into freaking 3/3 golems and piss people off. If I haven't already, if we're in the late game, then I'm pretty much using that board wipe that just takes everything off the board. So if they've got 2 or 3 of them on the board, they wasted their own time. They overplayed their hand. Let's see what we got going on here. Fuck this card, I hate it. They need to, some of these things they need to put limitations on, or they should, that card should have been just made legendary, so that you only allow 1. Same as that freaking oven. That's the one thing that it is some of these cards that they printed, they should have made them legendary instead of just regular. Spark double, good old Sparky. I keep on watching you because I already knew that you're gonna jump in price once people figure out that you're a good key card to just pretty much break everything, because you don't have to worry about a legendary. Soren, my man Sarkin, if you watched the good old gangbang video, him and his super friends. But alright, that's a little look in today's market. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. Hope everybody has a good day, and may the markets fall in your favor and your cards be worth a lot. Till next time, and hold on just one second. What's up, Mystic Forge? Yeah, because Marauding Crafter. We'll take a look at him real quick. Let's see the text on that. Dun, dun, dun. If you're gonna load anything, load the Mystic Forge. Or not. Okay, you're gonna be gay. Okay, so that would work within white. See, I could use the Mystic Forge with white with the Lotus to break it. But so that means I would have to use black. Wow, okay, so I would have to play at least 2 black cards. And that fulfills it, yeah, because Graph Digger's Cage, this is going to go up in value. Show Graph Diggers. Come on, bastard. Market always moving. Yes, we know the prices are going wild. Yeah, this Golos. Yeah, that's that fucker for 5. Why use him to break fucking Field of the Dead? I broke it with fucking whatchamacallit, Risen Reef. Mystic, come on, show me. Yeah, see, I wouldn't be able to deal with that one. Dun dun dun. Spawn of Mayhem. He's gonna come back with a vengeance. So I could see that price going up too, just because of his devotion for demons. You can pretty much see a little bit of a softening this next meta on more of your multicolor cards. But alright, that's a little bit of the last look there. As always, this is Bartender 007 coming at you with the Money Market Watch for Magic the Gathering. As always, be safe, be healthy, and may you be wealthy in your rectangular cardboard cutouts. Later.